Hello YouTube, Jeff Steele here with Steel Navigator, and I wanted to shoot a video in regards to the question why you should carry a traditional pocket knife. And by traditional pocket knife, I'm referring to an old school slip joint as they call it. This is a case trapper, and this particular model has the CV or chrome vanadium blades, which is a high carbon steel. It will develop a bit of a patina, but keep a little oil on it, clean it after each use. Just a little bit of olive oil, light thin layer will help corrosion, but this is a natural patina. You can look at it and there's nothing rough about it. It's smooth. It's just the color of the steel changes. I find that the high carbon steel blades, they sharpen better. They hold an edge better. It's just it's a harder steel. And as far as function, to me, it's absolutely the best. It really is. Now there's some new steels out, such as AUS 8 and 154 CM, some of the newer types that are pretty good, but there's something about an old school carbon blade. I mean, you just don't know until you've owned one and used it, sharpened it regular. I hunt regularly, so I skin the animals out myself, and I mean, there's something to be said about the old traditional high carbon steel. For example, when I go hunting, I take an old case knife that has even better steel than the ones they make today, also high carbon. And this is from the 1970s. I still carry this with me hunting today. It's one of my father's old knives. But you can see on one side the handles broke off. But the steel is fantastic. I mean, both of these are carbon steel blades, but I can notice a huge difference between the 1970s quality of steel and today's steel. I mean, it's still a high quality knife, the newer version, don't get me wrong, but the old steel was better. No question about it. I challenge you to find an old carbon steel knife, give it a shot. They're hard to find. Usually you have to find them used online, and maybe go through your grandfather or great grandfather's collection. You might be able to find one. You just don't see people carrying them. But the question is, why carry one? Well, today in society is becoming more and more timid and afraid of various things. For example, if you're at the office, you work in a corporate environment, you're in the mail room, you have some mail to open. Instead of pulling out a tactical new style knife with the one hand opening, it brings fear about in a room. I'm not saying don't carry these. I'm saying maybe keep these concealed for certain situations. But you're around your colleagues, you're sitting in a boardroom, you need to open up some mail, you need to cut into your steak when you're out with a client, and the plastic butter knife's just not cutting it. This is when you can pull out an old traditional knife, take care of business, and it does not bring fear about. Most people, their grandfather carried this in their pocket every day, maybe their father. It's something that we're used to. These types of knives have been around for a couple hundred years now, in one form or another. And it's just more acceptable. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've pulled this knife out in a high corporate environment with a super strict HR department, and nobody ever blinks, nobody says anything. And when you carry a knife like this every day, you will find that you will use it every day in one form or another, no matter what it might be. Especially if say you're in a warehouse environment, there's no question you'll use it. But I work in a corporate environment, and I'm still using my knife every day for something. And pulling out Grandpa's old knife, nobody ever bats an eye, doesn't even think about it. So I'll put a couple links for these knives down below, this case knife in particular, and some other case knives that I'm very interested in. You'll find that traditional knives they're quite a rabbit hole. Once you want one, you'll want many. They're so handy, and they're very much addictive. It's a rabbit hole. There's so many different models and types of steel that you can get. I highly recommend the high carbon steel blades. It's just a higher quality steel as far as a knife standpoint. But I'll leave a few links down below. Let's start a conversation on this. What traditional knives do you like to carry? Do you have any of the really old models, maybe from the 70s or before that? I'd very much like to know what your thoughts are on those. And where is the future going as far as traditional knives? Where will Case, Hen and Rooster, some of the other makers, Old Timer, Schrade, where will they go in regards to the traditional knife market? Will they continue the same styles and maybe come out with better types of steel? Maybe bring back the steel compounds of yesterday to bring that quality back? I carry this every day, and sometimes I carry more than one with me. I absolutely love them. I've been carrying these since I was about 8 years old, when my grandfather first introduced me to them. I've been hooked ever since. It's one of those things that you can't have enough. Once you want one, you want more. And the biggest question is, which one are you going to carry today or tomorrow? So it's something fun. Tap the bell icon, subscribe if you would, like the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.